What is up, CMS Braves? Welcome back to another edition of the 14th Colony Vodcast. It is Monday, November 2nd, and Movember is upon us, Mr. Congleton. As you may have noticed, Mr. Congleton and I somehow got extremely more handsome today as we are recording this episode with a little bit of a little upper lip sweater going on. We are doing Movember this year. Figured why not do it this year when we can just cover our faces with the face mask whenever we feel embarrassed. But we are going to have some fun with this. So if you come outside of our room, we have a famous, what do we call it? Famous mustaches bulletin board.
Yeah, mustache madness.
Mustache madness. And so we're basically going to have some of the most famous mustaches throughout American history on that board, where you can read about them, respect them, honor them, give them the due and the praise that they deserve. So that'll be kind of just a fun little thing, and it's 2020. Let's try to have some fun, So,
hey, to interrupt you on that, one thing we're going to do is, as we're doing assignments this month, we're going to check to see who is turning in all of their assignments. And when we get that list of students, we're going to draw out of a hat, and you have an opportunity to win a mustache. Okay. And then we're going to get your picture with this mustache on the Mustache Madness board, and you can be hanging with historical mustaches.
That's right. That's
for
right.
all posterity.
Immortalized forever.
Yes.
We're talking legacy here. We're talking legacy. Okay. Long after you're gone, people will talk about the Mustache Madness board and who was on there. So moving on. What are we doing today? We're talking about government. We're going to talk about something today, guys, that if you pay attention to all the election coverage that's going to be happening tomorrow, we're going to talk about something today that you're going to hear a lot about, that you really need to understand and you really need to know. So, Mr. Congleton, what is that thing?
All right, so we're going to read. We have two assignments today. Okay, the first one is from a website. You're going to read about the Electoral College. Okay, so the Electoral College is actually the way the president gets chosen, and so each state gets a certain amount of votes based on population. Okay. And so those votes are going to add up to 270. You need 270 electoral votes to win the presidency. And tomorrow we'll have, there's a really interesting website where you can fiddle around with all the states and figure out which you can kind of make your own scenarios. Okay. But before we do that, you got to know what it is. So we're going to use Duckster.com. And this article, you're going to read the article about the Electoral College. Then there's like a 10-question quiz at the end. It's multiple choice. You need to send a screenshot of your quiz results and put it in the classroom. Okay, so that's the first assignment. The second assignment is just a matching vocabulary worksheet with campaigning kind of words, things about elections. And so it's just a typical thing where there's one column on the left side. You're going to use the drawing part of CAMI, probably is what you're going to do. Make a line to the correct answer. Okay. There's no reading that goes with it. So you can just look up Google, look up the definitions of those words, and then find what they are. So after today, we're going to have a better kind of mindset of what goes into an election and what the Electoral College is. So our goal is to kind of improve our vocabulary and our understanding of those words today. So tomorrow, big day tomorrow. Okay. There's been a lot of early voting already. Tomorrow's the actual day that you can vote. Like the main people vote on the first Tuesday of November. So tomorrow's election day. We're going to read or mess around with that website, and then you guys are going to read some current event articles, websites throughout the day. Just kind of keep track. So I'm probably not going to know what the result is tomorrow. We'll see.
Yep, probably looking at Wednesday. We'll hopefully know. All right. But guys, it's going to be a big week for the United States, but also for U.S. history. Okay, every 4 years, this is a major historical event. This is something that goes down, written in the history books. Okay, and we have been living history through 2020, 100%. This is a very what's the word I'm looking for, Mr. Kong? Very unique year, I guess, and a year that is going to be definitely talked about for years and years to come, a year and a time period that will be written about for, years and years to come. So just, sometimes take a step back and just realize we are living through a very historical period of time right now. So that's kind of cool. All right. And guys, it is going to be a stressful week. So make sure you are being extra kind to each other. And as always, be excellent to each other.